Hi, I'm AJ Hogue, the Director of Effortless English. Time for today's student question. Here it is. AJ, why do you hate English textbooks so much? So I frequently criticize English textbooks. I even tell people to burn their English textbooks. I'm half joking about that, but I'm also half serious. I really hate textbooks for several reasons. Reason number one, they're boring. Boring. Who enjoys reading a textbook of any kind, any subject, English, science, anything? They're always boring. Well, English textbooks are especially boring, right? They're filled with big, long grammar explanations. They're filled with fake conversations that are not real at all. They're filled with boring exercises and activities. And then to try to make them interesting, they add a bunch of bright pictures of smiling people, hoping that will make you feel less bored. Doesn't work. They're still boring. They're boring. So reason number one, they're boring. Reason number two, they are unnatural. The English in textbooks is unnatural. I will give you a very simple example. When we first meet someone in English, we often might say, "Hi, nice to meet you." So in an English textbook, you will see it written like this, "Nice to meet you." And in the CD, if it has an audio, some books have audios, actors will be reading this conversation, and they will say, "Hello, nice to meet you." Only actors speak this way, because real people speak faster and put the words together. So what a lot of people might say is, "Nice to meet ya." I'll say it more slowly, "Nice to meet ya." This is why sometimes when you study English textbooks a lot, you can't understand real people when they speak, because it doesn't sound the same. You're listening to "nice to meet you," but almost nobody actually says that. They say, "Hi, nice to meet ya. Nice to meet ya." That sounds quite different. That's the real English, and most textbooks do not have that. So you're learning a very unnatural way of speaking from textbooks. Many textbooks have no audio at all, none. So you're not even sure how to pronounce everything correctly. You're not listening to an American or a Canadian or a British person or an Australian saying the words. You're listening to your teacher, who might be from your own country, with a strong accent. So lots of problems with textbooks. Another problem with textbooks are the time-wasting activities. So I mentioned there, most textbooks are filled with so many little activities, communication activities, writing activities. So they ask you some questions and you have to write the answer, or you have to practice writing a certain kind of sentence. Or maybe they ask you to discuss a question with your partner. So you both pick up your books in class, you look at the other student, and you pretend you're having a conversation. "Hi, how are you?" The other student reads, "I'm fine, and you?" "Nice to meet you." Right? And that's just a waste of time. You're wasting so much time. So many of the activities in textbooks just waste time. You're not listening to lots of English. You're not learning very much. So for all of these reasons, I strongly hate, in fact, textbooks. I hate English textbooks. Don't use them. Use more real English materials. To learn more about our Effortless English system and to join our free email course, go to effortlessenglishclub.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.